Alright fuckers, welcome back to SOS 90, and today I'm bringing you a FIFA 18 video, and this is going to be an English Premiership BPL board expectations and transfer budget video. So basically I'm just going to go through the teams in the English League and just show you what the expectations from the board are and how much money you've got to achieve that. So first of all, we're going to be starting with the team I support in England, Arsenal. You got a transfer budget of 79.8 million, so nice wee tidy sum there. You can bring in a few good players, or maybe just go and bring in one superstar, but you can definitely, do a bit of business with that amount of money. Domestic success is critical. You wouldn't fucking think so, would you? With all these just fourth, third, and Finger keeps his job, so you wouldn't think that domestic success is critical, but you know what? Apparently it is. Continental success is also critical. We've getting knocked out of the Champions League in the last 16 for like the past 10 years, and we're not even in it this year, so again, are they taking the piss? How's it critical? Brand exposure critical, yeah, we all know that's critical. What about the money? Financials low and youth development is low, so there you go. I mean, not how not the expectations I would have gave them, but fuck, it is what it is. I like the Arsenal away kit this season, to be honest though, and I am a fan of Wenger, so I apologise for running them down there, but he has been shite lately, he needs to up his game. Next we have Bournemouth, and they have 36.5 million transfer budget, and like, that is mental for a wee team like Bournemouth. It just shows you've been in the Premier League, you can just do what you want, really, you know what I mean? It's fucking money. As soon as you get into the Premier League, it's like the trees, they just start bloody falling down on top of you and changing into money. It's crazy, like, it's absolutely mental. Board expectations, domestic success is low, continental success is low, brand exposure is low, financial is low, and youth development is very low. So strange that. So Bournemouth do not rely on good youth development. Club is worth 462 million. Up next we have Brighton, again another team that are pretty low down the bottom of the Premier League. Probably one of the smallest transfer budgets, but still a hefty amount at 27.7 million. Domestic success very low, continental success is very low, brand exposure medium, financial medium, and youth development is low. We have Burnley, and again, pretty similar to the last two clubs. Domestic success low, continental success low, brand exposure low, financial medium, youth development very low, and the transfer budget 35.8 million. If you go with them and you can avoid relegation, you're doing pretty well in your first season. 4-star rating for Burnley. Up next, we have one of the powerhouses, Chelsea. 5-star rating, 82.1 transfer budget, so kind of similar to Arsenal, not much in between it. Expectations, domestic success, continental success, and brand exposure all critical. Financial and youth development low. Well, when you've got the kind of money that Chelsea have got, Abramovich has got, you don't really have to worry about the financial side, and you don't need to bring in good youth players or produce good youth players, because you just go and buy whoever the fuck you want. So there you go. Chelsea are definitely one of the title contenders, so if you go them, your objective must be to win the league. Up next we have Crystal Palace, transfer budget of 40. I'm surprised that's all they've got. Being a London club, I would have expected them to have more in comparison to like the likes of Brighton or whatever, but it's still good money, like 40.2 million. You can do a lot with that. A 4-star rated, success, domestic success, continental success, and brand exposure is all low. Financial is medium, and youth development is very low. So there you go, Palace. Probably like a middle of the pack team, and if you can get them into the top 10, you're probably doing well. But like, they're a team that you could potentially try and build, being from London. I think that's where Crystal Palace want to go themselves, but the problem is, there's that many good teams now in the BPL. Well, not good teams, but there's that many teams that are spending money now, you know what I mean? It's like back in the day when you had a top 4, it was just like a top 4, and it was possible to try and break into that if you had a good season, but nowadays it's really a top 6, isn't it? So like, in teams like Palace and Everton, or sometimes they come out and they say that they want to get into the Champions League, and I just don't see it. You know what I mean? I can't really see it happening. It's been difficult enough to get into the top 4 when there was only like 4 good teams, but now, like I said, there's a bunch of teams spending money, so what can you do? Anyway, that's Crystal Palace. Up next we have Everton, one of those teams I was talking about, spend a lot of money, but they find it hard to break into the top 4, and you know what I mean, because the top 6 are that far ahead in terms of everyone else at the moment. So Everton, domestic success is high, continental success is medium, brand exposure high, financial low, and youth development is medium. So 4.5-star rating, transfer budget 56.6 mil. Huddersfield, very low again in the transfer budget compared to the rest of the teams, 28.4, 3.5-star rating. Domestic success and continental success is very low, brand exposure and youth development is low, and financial is medium. Again, like I said, if you can avoid relegation, good stuff, man. Up next, we have Leicester. They won the title 2 years ago, but they won't be winning the title again anytime soon. Domestic success, continental success, and financial is all medium. Brand exposure and youth development is low. They're 4 stars, and they've got 47.2 million to spend at the King Power Stadium. And now, again, up next, we have Liverpool. Critical success, the brand exposure critical, continental success is high, financial is low, and youth development is low. 4.5-star rating, 66.8 mil to spend. So there you go. I think was Arsenal 4-star. Let me check what Arsenal were at. Arsenal 4.5. So they gave Arsenal 5 stars, but they've gave Liverpool 4.5. So interesting there. They'll probably give Tottenham 4.5 as well. But Liverpool, one of the top 6. Again, with that amount of money, with the squad they've got, you're going to have to aim for the top 4. Don't get me wrong, 2 of the top 6 are going to miss out in the Champions League, but just the way it is. Up next, we have Manchester City. Again, domestic success is critical, continental success is critical, brand exposure critical, financial, loads of money, doesn't matter, and youth development is low. 5-star rating, 132 mil. What are you supposed to do with that? Fuck me, you could buy Messi 10 times. Jesus. Right, next we've got Man United, and they're very similar to, holy shit, transfer budget 148, holy crap, Manchester United splashed the cash. Domestic success, continental and brand exposure, all critical. Financial, don't have to worry about it, very low. Youth development is also low. Although, like back in that team, that remember the youth in the 90s, man, fuck me, that great team that they brought through the early 90s, who have they brought through since? Bloody Anderson, that Brazilian dude, what a push. The youth development for Man United, definitely not what it used to be, but like I say, we've got 148.8 million, who needs youth? Not me anyway. Newcastle next. Domestic success is critical, continental success is low, brand exposure high, financial high, youth development is medium. 4-star rating, transfer budget 29.9 mil. And so Newcastle, a well supported club. You know what? I think they'd be an interesting career mode to go. Try and break into the top 4, try and get them into the Champions League. But first of all, just try and keep them in the Premiership. I think if you can go Newcastle, I don't know, obviously, well, they just come up, so they're 4 stars, so you could quite easily get relegated. They don't have a lot of money to spend. I think if you could just maybe first season keep them in the Premiership, and then second season try and get a top 10 finish, and I think Newcastle would definitely be a good career mode to build on. But there you go, Newcastle, 29 million to spend, not a lot of money. Southampton up next, and this is a team that just keeps producing great youth development, and there you can see straight away youth development is high. I'm surprised it's not very high, but anyway, they've got that. The youth development is high, as is domestic success. Continental, brand exposure, and financial is all medium. Southampton are 4 stars, and they have 44.4 million to spend. The youth development needs to be high, because if the youth development starts slacking, then Liverpool are going to start slacking because their players are not going to be good. Since they're on that conveyor belt for Southampton down to Liverpool, or up to Liverpool, should I say, since Southampton is down the bottom of England. But there you go, if you don't know your geography, Southampton is right down the bottom, man. I know this shit, and I'm only an Englishman, I'm a Scotsman, and all you wee jabronis don't know shit. Right, there you go. So Southampton, as always, a big fun team to go, but only if you can maybe start selling the players and actually keep the good players, then it'd be fucking really fun, and you can maybe try and make a push for things, but definitely a good career mode to check out. There we've got Spurs up next, and I was right, I guessed it, I said they would have been 4.5 stars, and they are the same as Liverpool. Domestic success is critical, and continental success, brand exposure both high, financial is medium, as is youth development. Surprised youth development with Tottenham isn't a bit more up there, because it's very good, it has been very good, but obviously maybe they just don't rely on it. 62.8 million to spend, so out of the top 6, they are probably, I would say they're the weakest in terms of squad and obviously spending power and shit like that, but if you go them, I don't think their objective would be to win the league, but I do think they'd probably want to finish top 4. So there you go, Spurs. Again, if you're a Spurs fan, definitely do them for a career mode. If you're not a Spurs fan, you could still do them, still be interesting. Why not? Next up, we have Stoke, and I think everybody just hates Stoke due to that time with Tony Pulis and they were boring. So you know what, I'm going to go ahead and fucking skip Stoke. Fuck Stoke. Up next we have Swansea. I'm going to skip West Brom too, by the way, so just in case you're wondering. With domestic success, medium, continental success, low. I don't hate Tony Pulis, by the way. I think he should have won Manager of the Year a few years ago, but he's a fucking stellar football boring as fuck. Continental success is low, brand exposure low, financial is free, medium, and as is youth to film also free. 4-star team, 39.6 transfer budget, decent wee kit, and if you can keep them in the Premier League again, you're doing good. Welsh art and fade in the English. We've got Watford up next, another 4-star team, 39.4 million to spend, very similar to the Swansea expectations and financial expenditure and worth and shit like that. So domestic success is low, continental success is low, brand exposure medium, financial medium, and youth development is very low. Like I said, fuck West Brom. And finally, we've got West Ham, and they've been rated 5.5 stars. So West Ham have been rated the same as Tottenham, Liverpool, and Everton. Do I agree with that? Probably not. I mean, I think Tottenham and Liverpool are definitely a step above Everton, and then I would say Everton's a step above West Ham. So, it is what it is. But I suppose just because a team's the same rating, it doesn't mean they're exactly the same. But I definitely wouldn't have West Ham rated the same as Liverpool and Tottenham. I mean, you could argue maybe Everton, but not Tottenham and Liverpool. Domestic success is high, continental success is medium, brand exposure high, financial low, youth development low. They've got 55.5 million to spend. I thought they would have had more than that, but they don't. 1.4 million is what the club is worth, and obviously, West Ham would be a good club to go against. Well supported, be fun. You're at the London Ground Stadium, so would be interesting, man. Can you turn them into a top 4 club and try and win the league within a few seasons? I don't know, guys. Go whoever you want. And then we're back to Arsenal. So we're back to start. There you go. That is my Premier League board expectations and transfer budgets. If you've enjoyed it, then let me know down below. But until next time, guys, I've been Son of Scotland 90. That's it. That's been me. Until next time, peace.